Thank you, guys. So, guys, like in the last session, so I think I can see some guys who has joined for the today's class. So, guys, like in the last week, we have taken 3 sessions. We have taken, guys. Just it is an introduction part. We have not started with any practical implementation. Just like what is data science, like in data science, what we are going to do. So just an idea, like what exactly the data science is going to be. So what we are going to learn, how to implement it, what languages we have to learn. These are some of the discussions which I have done in the last couple of classes we have done, guys. Just if I want to show you, I can just show you guys. Just give me a second. Right. Yeah, once again, quickly, if I just recap the last sessions, guys, don't worry. Just 3 classes has been happened. I think 2 classes. I think so. I was not sure about that. 2 or 3 classes I've taken, guys. So like some introduction part of data science I have given, just an intro part, like what basically we are going to do it in data science. So what we discussed here is, guys, our data science is nothing but where we are going to try to use a different types of utilities. So even if you see the definition of data science also, a data science is a multidisciplinary field. If you see the definition of data science itself, it says that it is going to be multidisciplinary field, which is going to be where we are going to learn different types of techniques. We are going to learn a different types of methodologies, a different type of systems we are going to use. Like that, we are going to be using some kind of a multidisciplinary field. Even if you see the definition of data science also, it says the same thing, guys. Okay. So what is data science, guys? If we just see the definition, by definition, if you see, guys, it is going to be what we are going to call it as a multidisciplinary field. It is going to be a multidisciplinary field. A multidisciplinary field where we are going to be using a different types of techniques we are going to use. A different types of methodologies. What are those? We discuss it later, guys. What are the different types of methodologies? And apart from that, we are also going to use a different type of systems. And we are going to be using a different types of processing techniques we are going to learn. And apart from that, a different types of algorithms we are going to use it. Finally, why we are using all these things, guys? We want to get some kind of an insights from the data. It is going to be insight from the data. We have some data. From the data, we want to get some kind of an insights. So all these are going to mix a different techniques, methodologies, system, process, algorithms. All these things we are going to be using to understand something from the data. That is what we are going to call it as a data science. That is a definition of data science, guys. Now, inside this data science, one of the technique we are going to use is machine learning. So machine learning is a technique, guys. Machine learning is going to be one of the technique we are going to use it. So how can you define machine learning, guys? Machine learning is nothing but where we are going to take the help of the machines to get the insight from the data. So what we are saying here, guys, data was given to the machines. Data was given to the machines, guys. Machines are going to learn from the data. Machines are going to learn from the data. Machines are going to be understands the data, and it is going to give you some kind of an insights. Now, based on that insights, we can do some kind of an predictions can be gets done, guys. That is our main target of our data science and machine learning. But it takes that means don't try to understand all in a single day. It will takes a little bit time to understand, guys. It just takes first concentrate on one topic. After that, we'll concentrate on the other topics we are going to concentrate, guys. If we have missed the previous classes, if anybody has missed the previous classes, guys, so don't worry, all this already our backend team is going to send you the details regarding that. Just let me show you once. Yeah. So these are going to be the demo videos are there, which are already uploaded to the YouTube. So only 2 sessions, guys, 21st and 22nd. I think 23rd, that is on Saturday, we didn't take in the class. Sunday and last day it is a Christmas. Only 2 introduction classes has been happened, guys. If anybody has missed the previous classes, so I'm pasting the link for the YouTube link, guys. You can just save it. Anyhow, my backend team also share you the details. You will get a follow-up mail from my backend team like this, guys. So everyone who has been attended the demo class, you will be getting a follow-up mail like this. where they will share you the course content, demo link, and the demo videos also. What are the course highlights? And apart from that, the payment related details about that. And they also give you as a complimentary, we are providing 170 videos, the Python videos for a free for 6 months of access. They will be given to you guys. These are only Python videos. Apart from that, our classes are going to be also given the access that will be for 1 year access. 1 year we can access it, guys. Okay. They're not for lifetime. It is going to be for 1 year. They will be giving the access for you. Okay. So that's it about those particular details. I already shared you the link, guys. So if we just click on the link or save the link, you can go through the last 2 classes videos and we can study them. Nothing is there, just it is an introduction part. So what is machine learning? So data was given to the machine. Machines are going to study the data. They're going to learn from the data. And whatever they have been learned, that we are going to get it like in a format of insights. And based on that insights, it is going to be doing some kind of a predictions. We can do that. In a easy way to understand, I can tell you a simplest example, guys. It's a very simple example. In a who has been already attended, they already knows about that. So let us say that in a banking, which is going to be in the banking loans department, guys. So the loan approval. So to whom the loan has to be approved, to whom the loan should not be approved. Who is going to decide that? The machine is going to decide, guys. Our machine, our computers will decide it. That's why we call it as an AI system. An AI system is nothing but which takes the decisions, just like humans, how they will take the decisions. The machines also going to take the decisions, guys. But how the machines will know to whom the loan approval, to which type of customers we have to give the loan, to which type of customers we should not give the loan. So the machines has studied the past customers data, guys. Very simple, guys. Study the past. It is going to be study the past customers data. You will get some kind of an insights, like which kind of customers are becoming defaulters, which kind of customers are paying the EMS promptly, who are not paying the EMS promptly. So we can identify with the help of that particular, with the help of the past customers data. And based on that, it is going to be nothing but we can decide future whom we have to give the loan, to whom should not give the loan. Sir, then why not the humans can't do this? Yes, humans can do, guys. But the problem here is data is going to be having a higher dimensions data. So what is meaning of higher dimension data means you cannot understand now itself. But the problem here is humans can do up to some extent. But nowadays the number of dependencies has become very huge. So number of features also has been got increased. We are trying to find out, like just like a humans, they will decide only up to base, up to some extent only they can imagine. Beyond that, they can't imagine that. So machines are going to be capable to work with a higher dimensions data. So that is the reason it has been become more and more accurate. It is going to become. You'll understand, guys. I'll start with the machine learning introductions, all these things, we discuss it later. But anyhow, to implement all these techniques, guys, we are going to use a language. Which language you are going to use? We are going to use this a languages like most popular, guys. For implementing of data science, we require basically 2 languages we mostly use, guys. One is Python and other one is the R. The most popular language is going to be Python, guys. The most popular language is Python. Anyhow, some people may nowadays, most of the people are aware about the Python, guys. Most of the people are aware about the Python. So everyone is started learning the Python. It's like a self-learning. Python can be learned by yourself, guys. By self-learning, we can learn it. But generally, self-learning means the problem here is which topics we have to learn. There is no specific order was there. We don't get a proper order, guys. If you're doing by self-learning, even if you go through some textbooks also, we don't have a proper order for learning. But if somebody is going to explain to you in what order you have to learn, the experts like me. So if you get some help from my side, it is going to be very easy to learn, guys. So anyhow, as part of our course curriculum, 15 days, guys. 15 days means almost all 2 weeks. So we are going to be working on this Python for 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks we are going to work with the Python. Okay, fine. So it's a part of introduction part, guys. Maybe some of you are already familiar with Python. So if you're already learned Python, so first 2 weeks, it's going to be a little bit boring for you. But obviously, guys, I'm going to teach you something which is going to be new to you, which you have not seen earlier, because my training is going to be towards the data science. So whatever the Python that is required for machine learning and data science, I'm going to teach you that. Maybe you're already familiar with that, some more additional topics, more details. So which topics are more required for us? So I'll concentrate a little bit more on that. But our target is always towards the data science only, guys. Data science, machine learning, deep learning, always towards the data. Mostly we'll try to work with the data only. We are going to work with them, guys. Okay. So anyhow, the last two introduction classes I have already given you guys as a link in the YouTube. It was there. I shared you the link. So two videos are there. Only just two classes, guys. If anybody has missed it also, hardly 1 hour, guys. Hardly 50 minutes. Hardly it will be there, guys. Not more than that. So I given the introduction. So you can just take it and you can go ahead, guys. So just nothing relevant to that. Just it is an introduction why you are learning data science. So even in the last class, I given some idea like what are going to be our what are the steps to implement our data science projects. Like first we have to know how to collect the data, how to analyze the data, how to clean the data, how to visualize the data, performing some kind of a model training, model fittings, evaluation of model performance, improving of model performance, deployment. These are some of the steps which I discussed in the last class, guys. If you want, just go through the last class one video that is on the 22nd. If you just go through that, you will understand what are the steps are there. In the first class that is on the 21st, which I have given is just an introduction, like what is data science, like what companies are expecting. And I just answered some few of the questions, guys. Okay, fine. So all set to go, guys. You can just go ahead and we can start our Python classes. Just before going to the discussion, guys, anybody, any questions if you have? Yeah. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So somebody is asking about the schedule, like what is our course curriculum? Yes, absolutely. I'll share the schedule, guys. Just give me a second. I will share you the details. Right. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah. So I'm sharing the one Excel sheet, guys. I'll show you the Excel sheet also. Like it's an overall like a duration, each and every concepts, topics in each and every concept, what topics we are going to learn. So all these things I have shared one Excel sheet, guys. So I've shared with everyone. So you can just download and you can have a look into that, guys. Okay, fine, guys. So that's it. Yeah. Anybody, guys? Any questions? If you have any questions before starting with the discussions, if you have any questions, feel free to discuss, guys. Right. So let us start with a small introduction part, guys. A little bit introduction part. We'll start with that today. I'll start with the introduction to Python. So one important thing I want to tell you, guys, we are not here to become Python experts. So don't expect that you will be getting more and more details regarding the Python. Whatever the extent the Python is required for our data science and machine learning, up to that extent, we are going to learn it, guys. Don't go deep into them. Don't go deep details. It's not necessary for us because we are not here to become a Python experts, right? So just you should know the basics of Python, how to write a Python code, how to write a Python syntax, what are modules, just where to write the Python code. Just if you know the basic ideas, guys, that is going to be sufficient with us. Okay, so don't try to go details into them. And if you don't understand a particular concept, better leave it, guys. Don't go details into them. So if you go to details into them, again, unnecessary discussions, unnecessary confusions will come. Okay, fine, guys. So let me start with the Python. So quickly, guys, that means again, don't expect that we'll go details into them. If you want to become an expert, anyhow, as I told you know, if you have registered for the data science course, guys, you will be getting somewhere around 170 plus 170 videos are there, guys, related to Python. Complete Python. It's a video training. It's going to be like your self-learning, self-paced, what we call it as. So you have to go through the videos and you have to complete of it. But in my class, I'm going to teach you only for 2 weeks. You can expect, guys, within 2 weeks, how much we can cover. Generally, within 2 weeks, how much extent you are going to cover, guys. So I think you can expect it. It's all basic level. Don't go details into that. Just a very basic level is sufficient, guys. Up to the basic level, whatever the core Python is required, I'll explain it in the class. That is sufficient with that. With that knowledge only, we'll move towards the data science and data analytics, all these things, what we are going to do that. Yeah, it's tech. Yeah, Srinu. Uh, Srinu, I think if I was not wrong, I think you have registered for my previous batch, right? Or this batch you have registered?
Yes, so this batch.
This batch only. I think have you attended
Yeah.
previous any demos or something like that?
Yes, 6 p.m. But
Okay, okay.
middleware discontinues this batch.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. They will share it because see, you are not the one person, right? So we have multiple students.
Okay.
Once because still in the beginning, right? So within
Okay.
within another 3 or 4 days, we'll get the access to the videos because we have started with the only basics, right? So we'll get the access within a few
Okay,
days.
so
Okay, fine. Don't worry. Right, guys. So let us go ahead, guys. Let us go ahead with the Python. So once again, why the Python has, so once again I'm saying is just we'll see at a higher level, we don't go into the deep level of the concepts. So today I'll just give you the introduction of Python, like why Python is most popular. Okay, why Python? Everybody is learning Python nowadays, guys, independent of their domain. So why it is popular? So what are the main advantages? Today I'm going to just tell you maximum. Tomorrow I'll start with the practicals, guys. Right. The first advantage is, guys, why the Python? Why Python is becoming that much popular? So one of the main advantage of Python is, guys, it is nothing but it's one of the what we are going to call it as a general purpose language, guys. You know what do you mean to say general purpose? You know, general purpose means it's like a generic. Anybody can use it. So Python is not designed only for a specific people, guys. Anybody for any purpose they can use the Python, guys. That is why we are going to call it as a general purpose language. It is not defined or it is not designed to satisfy only a specific group or a specific domain only. There are some softwares will be there, guys. There are some languages will be there. They're only specific purpose. Only for a specific purpose only they are developed. Python is not like that. It's a general purpose language, guys. Generally, who uses? The first one is going to be by application developers. So Python is going to be used by different type of domains, different types of experts, like application developers, guys. You know what are application developers? So the guys who are experts in developing of applications. It can be like Windows applications, guys, or it can be we can develop web applications. We can develop some kind of an mobile applications. You can also develop some kind of a gaming applications, etc., etc. So application developer means it can be any kind of an application. It may be a desktop application. That is generally we don't call it as Windows application, desktop applications, web applications, mobile applications, gaming applications, etc., etc. And not only them, guys, even it is also developed by a many networking people. So I've seen a lot of networking projects, guys. A lot of networking projects, which basically they uses the writing the Python scripts. Networking people or who is going to be the hackers, they are using the Python, guys. Not only that, even by a non-IT professionals like mathematicians and statisticians. Even some of the mathematicians, statisticians, research people, so many people are, guys. There are going to be statisticians or it is going to be some who are going to be who are into the research of different domains. Research is always there in multiple domains, guys. So statisticians, mathematicians, research people, they're using the Python, guys. Apart from that, even there is going to be the experts like data analyst, the data analyst and data science people, AI engineers, machine learning, almost all, anywhere, guys. Data analyst, data science, ML, machine learning, deep learning engineers, AI, NLP. Okay, nowadays even there are talking about the large language models. Almost all of them are going to be using the Python, guys. So Python is a general purpose language, not designed only for a specific group of people. It can be used by many experts, many domains, many people can use it. Almost all for any purpose and for anybody for any purpose, they can use the Python, guys. That's why we are going to call it as a general purpose language. Okay. And once if you see the history, it is always good to know, guys. Okay. So once if you see the history, So always we have to know about that, like who developed it, maybe while working with C language. So you have to know like when it was started, who has written that. I think all of you know that Dennis Ritchie has written the C language, isn't it? So like that, any language when you are learning, you should be knowing a little bit history about that. Same as it is once it comes to the Python history, it is not important. Technically, it is not important, guys, but it is always, it is better to know about some history, isn't it? So I think all of you know that Python was written by, it was written by a person called as an Guido von Rossum. Simply, we are going to call him as an Rossum, Guido von Rossum. Okay, he's a one of the born in Netherlands. He was a Dutch programmer. So he has written this particular Python programming, guys. So once if you see the history also, it was almost all started around in 1990s. Almost all, guys, it has been started around in 1990s. It was started, guys. Even the small history is there. Around 1990s, it was started. So this Guido von Rossum, who is a member of a team which has developed a language called as an ABC, guys. So he is one of the member, this Rossum, who is a member of team who developed a language called as an ABC, guys. So at that time, they want to develop a language which is very simple to the developers. They want to make it everything simplified. So that's why they developed a language called as an ABC. But due to some technical reasons, this ABC was not released, guys. It was not released. They developed it, they are not released. Actually, in real application, if you see, so many languages are developed, guys. Maybe almost all it is going to be 10 times more than whatever the languages you are seeing that. But so many languages are limited only to the only for research, only for development, but they may not be released for some different technical reasons. So a member of a team who developed a language called as ABC, but officially it was not released. This Rossum is one of the member of the team inspired from this ABC language. Inspired from ABC language, he has developed this particular the language called as Python has been written from there, guys. He was inspired from the ABC language. That's why Python is a very easy and simple language to learn, guys. Very easy to learn, very easy to use. Why? Because mainly the Python was mainly inspired from the language of ABC. And even the name would also, the name Python, generally whenever you hear about the name Python, generally that comes to your mind is going to be the huge snakes. But it is not named after the huge snake, guys. It is named after a person actually. It's after a person called as an Monty Python. It is not a person, there is a team. It's going to be Monty Python is the name of the team, which directed a TV show called as an Flying Circus. So the TV show is going to be named after the TV show, guys. So Monty Python Flying Circus is the name of the TV show. It was it's a comedy, it's a comedy show, like a web series nowadays, how we are getting a web series. In 1969, guys. So during his childhood, this Rossum has enjoyed this particular, he was a fan of this particular TV show and he enjoyed the TV show while he was at the development also. So he has named it after the name of the TV show called as an Monty Python Flying Circus. The name Python has been taken from there. Because it was developed in Python, but why it has been not, yeah. So why it was not popular? Why? Because is Python was developed it. Okay. So for example, if you see many languages also, they have been started in the years very long back, 30 years before, 40 years before. I'll tell you the reason also. I think you will understand it. Why the Python has become popular, you will understand it. I'll tell you also. Okay. Once you talk about machine learning was started in the year 1959, guys. Machine learning was there in the year, started in the year 1959. The machine learning has been got started, but became popular almost all after 2012, after 2013 only it has been became. So why the reason here is, initially the how, if you see the computers also. So when the computers were started in 1940s, 1950s, it was started. Computers were started in year 19, the 1950s only it was started. But then up to almost all up to 2000s, we don't have a computer usage, isn't it? Almost all computers came into most existence, became familiar only in the year 2000s. After 2000s only they have been became. I remembered around some 19 98, 1999, I have started seeing the computers. So then why it has been not become popular? Because initially computers are able to perform only mathematical operations, only addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions. Only these operations only we are able to perform, guys. Beyond that, we cannot do that. That is what we used to do it in 1960s and 1970s computers. So the reason is also the same. Python was initially started in 1990s, but there is no success story beyond that. So a lot of contribution has been done in the recent years. That's the reason it has been become popular. After 2000, I started hearing around which year, guys? Approximately 2015, I started hearing about the Python. Before that, I didn't hear about the Python at all. After 2015 only, it has been became popular. Why? Because is starting from there only, there is a lot of the new contributions has been done, and a new success stories has been came, implementations. So all these things has been came. So initially development will be there, but to become success, it will takes a little bit time, guys. Okay, fine. So okay, fine. So it is going to be the whatever the success stories of them, what they are able to solve, what are the options. Initially, it may have a very limited usage only, limited functionalities. After that, they improved it. After that, like that, it has been become popular. So almost all every language the same thing, guys. They develops almost all they started their development almost all 10, 15 years back, but they become popular after 15, 20 years back. After only they will become most popular. Okay. Fine. The second case, guys, as I already told you, yes. The second case is the language is very simple to learn, guys, very easy to learn, simple to learn and simple to use. And very usage is very user, easily we can use it, guys. So generally, if we are familiar with any C programming or Java programming, so writing a C program, saving that extension of a .c, then compiling the code, saving the program, compiling the code, executing all this sequence is not required. Directly, whatever you want to use it. I'll show you guys maximum, and then one day it will take for the starting with the practicals. It not like other languages, guys. Generally, for example, if you start with any learning of Java, so they will teach you the history of Java, what are the pre-existing systems, what are the problems in the pre-existing systems, previous systems. Like that, they will explain you, and after that, maybe it may takes 1 day or 2 days. It may at least it will take 1 week of time, guys, to start with the practicals. But in Python, it is not like that. In the first day only, you can start with practicals. But on the first day itself, I don't want to make you confused in the first day. First day will make you to install them, and after that, we'll go for the implementation, guys. A very simple language to learn and very simple language to use it, guys. And apart from that, one of the main feature, if you talk about them, guys, it is an open source. So many people are having a different opinion about an open source, guys. Most of the people think that open source means it is free to use. Yes, absolutely, guys. Open source means it is free to use. Whenever a software is free to use, it is what we call it as a free software. For example, take a WhatsApp. Let us take our WhatsApp application, guys. It's a free software, maybe, for example, but it is not an open source. What is meaning of free software means it is free to use, but we cannot make any modifications. Open source means, guys, you can use it at a free of cost, and they will directly they directly share you the source code. You know that there is going to be some source code behind them, guys. To develop a WhatsApp application, there is some source code. They internally they have written some code. Obviously, now it was acquired by Facebook. It was acquired by Facebook now. But Facebook does not share you the source code for the WhatsApp, right? If they want to make any modification, only the Facebook can make the changes. Facebook or Meta, whatever you're calling it as, isn't it? So that is a free software, guys. Open source means they will directly give you the source code. So we can make some modifications. Whatever the modifications according to your convenient, you can make the modifications. And if you want, you can sell the product to somebody, guys. That's the product, you can sell it to somebody also. For example, if really WhatsApp is an open source, guys, so then what the Facebook will do is they will directly they will share you the source code. Now let us say that you are finding some difficulty in a particular option. You can modify that. And what you can do is You can change the name and you can sell it as your own product also. That is what we call it as a open source. So Python is also such kind of an open source. Free to use and free to distribute also, guys. Free to distribute. For example, if we take Windows, Windows is not an open source. You can't distribute it. You can't share it, guys. You cannot distribute it. But whenever it comes to the operating systems like Linux or something like Ubuntu, they're open sources. You can distribute it, guys. If you want, you can make some changes and you can distribute it. So Python is also one such kind of an open source. So most of the startup companies will use as Python. Why? Because they don't want to do any investment. They don't need to buy any licensing for them. Only thing is, the only problem with the open source is there is no support will not be there. If you have any bug or if you want any modifications, we can't do anything, guys, because we are using it a free of cost. We can't demand them. But Microsoft, for example, Windows is there. If I have any issues with the Windows, immediately Microsoft releases the updates and patches or some bugs, which is going to be the releases the patches for that, because we are paying for that. We are going to get a support from Microsoft. But Python is not like that. It's an open source. So they will directly share you the source code. You can make the modifications. You can use it at a free of cost. You can share it. You can distribute it also. Whatever you want, we can do, guys. Next one. The next one is going to be the one of the main feature if Python, if you talk about them, guys, it is one of the feature called as it's a dynamically typed language, guys. It is a dynamically typed language. What do you mean to say dynamically typed language? One of the best feature in Python, guys. If you are familiar with any programming languages, like if you are familiar, even if you don't have a if you're not familiar, also leave it, no problem. If you are familiar with any programming language, guys, one of the major headache, I'm not saying that it is going to be one of the drawback, but one of the major headache in most of the programming languages, declaration, guys. Declaring the variables, isn't it? So whenever you want to use a variable, first of all, the variable has to be declared. For example, when you're working with Java, I said which is going to be I integer or integer I, whatever it may be. Once if we declare I as an integer, throughout the program, we have to use I as an integer data type. But in Python, you don't declare any data types, guys. No declaration is required. Dynamically typed language means no declaration of variables, guys. It's going to be no declaration of variables. You need not to declare the variables at all. Directly in Python, you can say I equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Immediately, you can say I equal to ABCD. I'm not saying that Python does not support data types, but Python chooses the data type automatically by itself. In other languages, we have to specify what type of data type you are representing. Whether you are representing an integer or a float or a string, we have to specify that. Then only you can assign the value. But in Python, it is not like that. You assign the value directly, guys. Python chooses the data type dynamically. That's why we call it as a dynamically typed language. So these are some basic features, guys. If you want to go a little bit more, I can just say I can go for a little bit more and more features also we can go for. Next one, it is an interpreted based language, guys. It is an interpreted based language, guys. What is meaning of an interpreted based language means? Generally, we have two types of languages, guys. One is interpreted based language, and the other one is going to be nothing but a compiler based languages. The best examples of compiler based languages are C, C++, Java, .NET. Okay, all these are going to be comes under the compiler based. Meaning that is, guys, first of all, easy to understand I'm telling about. We have to write like a complete program. So if you have a little bit familiarity with any C or Java programming, so first we have to write a main method. After main method, we have to start the beginning of the block, write the program, save the program, compile the program, execute it. Here it is not required, guys. The best example of interpreted based language is Python. Now, so many languages we can talk about. Python, Scala, all these are going to be comes under the interpreted based languages, where we don't write any kind of a program. It is like a script. We have to write a script, guys. Just write down the script, they will directly execute it. So we are going to write not a bunch of statements, guys. It is going to execute line by line execution, guys. So it is going to be something very similar to, it's going to be statement by statement execution. Not like a bunch of program, not like a bunch of statement, guys. Statement by statement execution we have to do, guys. That is what we are going to call it as the interpreted based languages, guys. So Python is such type of an interpreted based language. I think if we have seen, guys, even if you want to write a print a message called as a let us say hello world program, how to write a hello world program in C language? Just an example I'm writing, guys. Hash include stdio.h. Why? Because without writing stdio.h, we cannot write a print statement. Then we are going to write something like a void main. After that, we are going to write something like a printf, which is going to be hello world. Isn't it? Just for an idea, guys. Even if you don't have the idea, no worries. After that, something like we are going to write return 0, or no need to write return, something we are going to write it. Save the program with a .c extension. Then we have to compile the code. After that, we have to execute the code. So in other languages, whenever you are learning these programming languages, additionally, not only writing the code, you have to learn how to compile, how to execute. But in interpreted based languages like Python, you need not to write any program, guys. Do you want to print hello world? Simple in Python, you will write like this, guys. Print hello world. Same statement, guys. Print hello world. That's it. Over. You need not to write this hash include stdio.h main method, save the program, compile it. All these are not necessary, guys. Directly, it is going to be executed. That's why Python does not comes under, we'll call it as programming language, guys. Why we call it as programming language? Why? Because we are going to write a set of instructions. What is a program? Program is nothing but a set of instructions. Python is also set of instruction, guys. Better to call it as a scripting language. Why? Because we write it like a script. We don't write it like a program. So we don't write any main method, all these things. Whatever you want, just write it down, execute it. It's an interpreted based language. It's a dynamically typed language. Very easy to learn and very easy to use, guys. Next one. It also integrates with many of the programming languages, guys. Integrates with many of the programming languages. So if you want, you can write the Python code inside a Java program. So integrates with many programming languages, guys. So in real time also, guys, in real time also, even the Python is most popular also. We don't use completely Python, guys. That means most of the projects will not be developed only by Python. Not completely by Python, guys. It is going to be by combination of Java plus Python, or they will use a .NET plus Python. Like that, they will integrate this many with many of the other languages. It will be integrated. But how can you integrate means for that there is some techniques will be there. We have to use it directly. We cannot deliver that, but we have to integrate with them, guys. So for that we have some techniques are there. Just leave it because we don't want to write anything. Next, guys. The most important and the main feature of Python, guys. Ignore all of them, guys. And even somebody has asked a question, sir, why the Python was started in 1990s, then why it was not popular also. There is a specific reason is also there, guys. The reason is Python comes with, that means mostly what is the Python says is, whenever you want to implement any functionalities, that means whenever you want to implement some functionality in the Python, don't write any code for that. No need to write any code, guys. Why? Because is Python says that whenever you want to implement any functionality, we already written some code. We have already written some code. That code was given to you in a format of modules. It is given in a format of modules, guys. So Python comes with a very, very huge library, or something like what we are going to call it as a huge modules, or which is going to comes with huge library, guys. So what is this libraries, guys? Later we'll understand it, how the libraries will be there, what is a module we'll see. That means mostly in Python, most of the implementation is done by predefined functionalities, guys. I'll show you later, we'll go for the application. Python is going to comes with a very huge built-in library. So why Python has become popular after 2015 only, guys? Why? Because most of the contribution was done. Most of the advanced implementations has been started from 2012 to 2015 only. Python has started with them, guys. How it has been done? It is also due to these modules only. So Python learning Python means nothing but we don't learn any logics, guys. We have to learn what libraries we have to use. Okay, I want to do this operation. There is a library. You want to perform this operation. We have a library. For every functionality, guys, we have a library will be there. Use the library and directly we can use the library, guys. No need to write any coding about that. Got the point? So the Python is going to comes with a very huge library, built-in library, guys, ready to use. Generally, this feature, what the Python community says is, it is going to be what we are going to say, that is, there are going to be batteries are included. You know what is meaning of batteries are included, guys? Batteries are included means they are ready to use. Okay. So Python says that we have a huge library was there, which are ready to use. Directly we can capture, we can download them and we can directly use like this. There are so many are there. There are so many libraries are there, guys. But we don't use all the libraries for our applications, guys, isn't it? So in our data science, I'm telling some few libraries I'm telling about that. NumPy, guys, pandas. So learning data science means it is learning about these libraries only, guys. What is NumPy? NumPy stands for numerical Python, where we can do some kind of a numerical calculations. Pandas, why do you require pandas? Seaborn. So due to all these contributions, guys, Python has become popular. Okay. But when these contributions has came, guys, after 2012 only, all these contributions has been taken place. It's a matplotlib. It is going to be matplotlib. It is going to be Seaborn. For machine learning, we are going to use something called as an sklearn. We are having something called as an OpenCV. We are having Keras. We are having TensorFlow. We are having PyTorch. So many are there, guys. We are having so many are there. So we are having something called as an NLTK. We are having something called as an text blob. So these are all going to be some of the which is going to be the huge libraries, guys. I've written very few, guys. We have written very few modules only. So, but so many modules are going to be there. If you see the modules in Python, very huge library will comes, guys. But all of the libraries are not required for us. Whatever the popular libraries which is we use it for machine learning. Even if somebody asks me, sir, what libraries we use it for web development, I don't know. I was not aware about that. I have a little bit idea about that. Just it's going to be something like they'll use as Flask. Okay, the some of the libraries there are going to use as, guys. I'm not aware about that. Sir, which library is used for the mobile applications? I was not aware about that. But because I don't develop any mobile applications or web applications. If anybody asks me, sir, in machine learning, what libraries are used? I can say that. Which libraries are used? NumPy, Panda, Seaborn, Matplotlib, Scikit-learn, OpenCV, Keras, TensorFlow, PyTorch, NLTK. So many are there, guys. Okay, so some of the names like which is going to be SciPy, which is going to be Scientific Python, Librosa. You can write so many are there, guys. Librosa is going to be there. Gensim. It is going to be Gensim is a library. So many libraries we can talk about them. Check it out. All libraries will be there, guys. And most of these libraries are open sources. Most of these libraries are open sources. How the open sources libraries will be there, guys? Generally, commercial, you know that, no, guys? Commercial products, generally .com. Open sources, generally .org. They will be .org, guys. Okay. So which is going to be, you can ask, what is going to be Gensim? What is going to be Gensim module, you can say, guys? Just try to find out. So this is going to be Gensim module. What is the purpose of Gensim module? Can you see? Gensim is one of the popular, which is going to be Python module. You can see Python library used for topic modeling, documentation indexing, and similarity retrieval. Mainly it is used as part of NLP. Mostly Gensim is going to be used very popular for NLP. If you want to work for Keras, it is going to be, or which is going to be PyTorch. So you can see which is going to be PyTorch, guys. So pytorch.org. What is this PyTorch, guys? It is one of the very popular open source framework developed by Facebook. It is developed by Facebook, guys. Okay. Mostly used for the deep learning application they will be uses. Got the point? So it has been developed by Facebook AI team, and the Facebook AI team has given it as an open source. We can use it at a free of cost, guys. Free of cost as well as open source only. Generally, remember they will be always having the extension of .orgs. .org means it is open sources. Apache.org. You know that, no, guys? Apache. Apache is a very popular community, guys. It's a very popular community. It's a very popular community, and which will be used as part of the, which is going to be mostly open source products only, guys. That is apache.org. Same as it is most of them, guys. NumPy. Open the NumPy dot which is org. It is going to be one of the NumPy library, guys. Like that, you will be having a lot of contribute. These are all contributed, guys. That is the reason why it has been become popular. Why Python has become popular? Why? Because is individually Python was not became popular only due to a specific company or specific community, guys. It was contributed. If you want to open the python.org, guys. Even if you see the Python also, guys, you have to say python.org. Okay. So go to python.org. This is an official website, guys. It is an official website from Python. So even the Python community says that, guys, Python is going to be a software foundation was there. See there. It's a Python software foundation. The mission of the Python software foundation is to promote, protect, and advance the Python programming. It was basically the became popular not due to the person who we are talking about, the Rossum. It was contributed by many experts across the world. It is many experts across the world. They have been this is community, guys. Specific community was there. The community is going to be, so see there. Great software is supported by great people. Our user base is going to be enthusiastic, dedicated to encourage use of the language, and committed to being diverse and friendly. It's a Python community, guys. Even if you see the official website, you can see the official website, guys. See this? See, it's an official website. If you see, it does not looks like a commercial website. It just like a blog. It just like looks like a blog, guys. You can see there. Not much about that. So this is going to be from here only we can download it, guys. All of you download the Python software. You can go to the Python downloads, guys. It supports all types of operating systems, Windows, Unix, Linux, any kind of an operating system is supported, guys. You can just download it directly, guys. So 3.12 point, which is going to be, so 3.12 point, which is going to be 3.12.1 is going to be the total whatever we can see. That's the latest version we are having. Recently it was released. You can download and install it, guys. Okay. So all of you can download and install it, guys. So just go to python.org, go to the downloads, guys. If you are working for Windows, you can work with the Windows. I told you, no, source code is available, guys. If you want to see all releases, we can see all the releases, guys. So we can see the releases, whatever the versions we are having. So 3.13, it's not going to be not yet released, but it is going to be planned, guys. So when it is planned, you can see, guys. Okay. So 3.12 was recently released, guys, which is going to be 0 to 10 2023. 3.11, 3.10, 3.9, 3.8. The previous versions we can see, guys. See, so many older versions are there, even 2.7. The very older versions we can see, guys. So these are the versions. So you can download, just download 3.12.1, guys. Easily we can download, easily we can install. 2 minutes it will take, guys, not more than that. Just it takes 2 minutes. You can just download and you can install it, guys. You don't require any much expertise on that. Easily we can download, easily we can install it, guys. So everyone install it, guys. We are going to start working with the Python from python.org. So some people says that, sir, we already have a Spider, we have in PyCharm, sir, we are using Jupyter notebooks. That secondary part. First, initially, we are going to work with the Python only. So try to work with the base Python system only, guys. Download. Everyone has to download in, guys. Python 3.12.1. So download and install it. It's very easy installation. 2 minutes it will take for installation, guys. Download is 2 seconds. Installation is 2 minutes, not more than that, because the file is just only 25 MB file will be there, not more than that. Just download and install it, guys. That's it. So I'm going to tell you how to work with the Python in the tomorrow's class. I'll tell you, guys. Okay. So anyhow, somebody has asked a question. So why Python has become popular only when it started in 1990? Initially, it was able to perform only basic operations. Not that much contribution has been done. So it was released in 1990, but later it has become very popular only after 2020, after 2012. It's, you know that, right? In 1990s, how the computing power, we don't have that much computing power. After 2010 only, the computing power has become very faster, isn't it? So your computers performance was increased, the computing power has been increased, not more than that, isn't it? So that is the way how that is the reason why the Python has become popular after 2012 only. Many contributions has been done from many communities, guys. Okay. So that's it, guys. That is going to be just a small introduction regarding the Python. So I'll start with the practicals tomorrow. First 2 weeks I said that no, we are a little bit slow. We'll slow goes a little bit slowly. Hardly I'll take 1 hour class. I'll take it. After that, I'll just increase the class timing by 1.5 hours, guys, to increase to 1.5 hour. So it may be up to 7:30. You will be having the class timings, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. Just we'll stop it for today. If anyone having any questions, guys, I can just clarify your questions, and I'm going to be working with them, guys. Yes. Any questions, guys?
Sir, this demo classes will continue till next 2, 3 classes, or
When you have joined, is it today's the first class?
no, no, no. I have joined the regular one since last 2 weeks.
Okay, it's an hardly one more day, right? One more day. It's nothing is there. So we started with another demo session. You have seen, right? In your previous batch,
Yeah.
very few people are joined. So we taken the class. So up to how much class you have completed? Only just the relational operators and data types, right? We covered. So another two
Yes.
two more days we'll complete of it.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
Hi, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. One by one. One by one.
yes, sir. If I miss some class, can I join it in some other batch sessions, or is it
Uh,
something only video available, or
it's
some?
possible to join, but you should have the parallel class, right? For example, today if you miss the class, so the same
Yes.
class will not happen in other batch, right? Your class and other batches will be having
Yeah,
either 1 month
just
ahead.
if I want to reiterate my knowledge, kind of thing, is it possible to share in?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can do
join in
that.
other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
can do that, but my I'm saying is recording is available for you, right? So that
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
better option.
Understand that. Yeah. Okay.
That is a better option instead of waiting for the class to wait. So for example,
Mm.
today you have missed the class. Now what you can do tomorrow, you can itself, you can go to the recording videos, how many times you can repeat them. There's the same class will be there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I say that that is a better, but in the case if you miss a huge topic, you want to again cover up, then you can join the other batches also. Whenever it
Okay,
comes,
so
I'll inform.
may I know how many demos are yet to be there? I mean, from when regular classes starts?
Regular classes, see, there is nothing like demo classes will be there. When you have joined, I think,
Thursday was my first session.
okay, Thursday, Friday you attended.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a third class, right? So we
Yeah.
see we have started with the classes. There is nothing like demos because we want to
Okay.
just make it familiar with at least 1 or 2 days if you want to make it familiar, whatever the doubts you want to clarify. So that is the main reason. So once if you want to take the course, complete your registration and you can regularly classes will be going on as usually. So tomorrow I'll start with the practicals 1 or 2 days. Main classes will start up automatically. There is nothing like main classes and demo classes. We started the course, so that will be going on. So if you get registered, you will get the access to the videos. You can repeat it. You can get the materials. We'll get the class notes. All these things will be getting updated for you so that you can start your learning.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, fine. Yes. Somebody?
Hi, hi, sir.
Yeah.
This is my first class, sir.
Okay. Okay, Satya.
And actually, you shared one Excel sheet, right, sir?
Yes. Yeah.
So all the topics will be
Mm.
because there are multiple sheets out there, right?
Yes. Yeah.
all the topics will be covered, right?
Yes, yes, yeah, absolutely. So that each multiple sheets are nothing but there are topics. Each topic, what are the main subtopics are there? So how many days sessions will be there for them? So that's giving an idea about what are the individual topics in main. For example, if you see the core Python, if you go to the core Python sheet, you will see all the topics related to core Python. Like what are going to be today we done the introduction. So tomorrow I'm going to tell you the installation. Installation I told you. So what are the data types? So there are subtopics in each and every sheet. That's it. That is going to be what is there in that particular multiple sheets.
How the practical, sir? So is there any helping hand in while doing practical
Yes,
or
yes,
any?
absolutely. All these are going to be, see, they are not theoretical classes. There are going to be all practical sessions will be there. Okay, so just if you want to show, just quickly I'll show you once. Let us say not too much back. Today morning class. Let us say that today morning class I have taken, right? Just let me show you. Just I'll show you like how our classes will be there. So like let me take some session of, for example, yeah. So these are our videos. Day-to-day videos will be there. So in the month of December, we'll take it. For example, let me take where is the classes? I think they have updated January. I think something wrong has been taken place. November only, I think maybe. Just a minute, I'll check it out. Yeah, for example, this is the morning session. Just morning 8 o'clock, we just started with some this one. Okay, I'll show you the last class, 23rd. So this is a class that has been taken place. Just you can see the class once. It's going to be live. It's going to be live class, and everything is going to be practical only. It's taking some time to load. Yeah. So if you can see, this is going to be the live class, like in practically how we are going to be doing. You can't see the voice, but you can see the example. So see there, I'm writing the code, everything like a new class only. So what are the parameters? What are the metrics we are writing? So all that particular internal code is going to be the same. Every day I write new code only, no sharing of previous code. Everything is going to be live classes. I'll explain them each and everything. So I'm writing the code itself. So we can see the coding part. Okay, fine. So I'll explain the concept. You can't hear the voice. Otherwise, I'll share the voice also an iteration only. At least if we do 2 iterations, what will happen? At least if we do 2 iterations, the centroid will be updated. The centroid will be updated, guys. If you want, you can see the centers here now. Previous centers I'm showing you. So where is the previous centers? There are a little bit away. So 0.84, 0.76. But whenever I do at least 2 iterations, if I go, then automatically you can see the distance, guys. So it is going to be 2 and we can do that, guys. So slightly they have been got adjusted. And now you can see the centroids a little bit closer to the data points. Even observe carefully, very far away. Here also very far away. Your center should come somewhere here, guys. Check it out if you want. You can observe carefully. It has been previously it was here. Now it was here now. In the earlier case, it was here. It has been moved a little bit closer. Yeah, fine.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's going to be like that class only. It's not going to be anything like in previous class notes and all these things that will not be done. So that is going to be sufficient for you guys.
Sir, how the lab means like this will be only online, sir. Offline is also there.
It's an online. Mostly nowadays, everybody is looking for online classes, right? So offline, nobody is preferring them. So maximum, see, nowadays technology has been changed. Everybody, we are also worried about like whenever we started with pandemic. So how to handle online? We are unable to do that. But later, everything has been updated. We have a WhatsApp groups will be there, online classes, the Zoom videos is very easy for you. All these things, maximum, we'll try to clarify in the class itself. You need not to worry about all those things. So only thing is technology wise, you should be having a good internet connection. If it is there, that is sufficient,
Oh.
right?
Sir, any project explanation,
Yes,
sir?
yes, absolutely. It will be there. You will see that. So it's not like that. Here in our data science, every case study is going to be like a project only. So because we can't do the examples like normal, like a writing a Java program, we don't do like that. It's going to be completely, it is going to be, every example is going to be like a case study once you start with the machine learning. We'll also do the projects. Apart from that, We'll do a lot of case studies, a lot of capstone projects we'll do. So it will really help you to understand how to implement everything in the real-time applications.
Yes. Thanks.
Right. Yeah. Yes, somebody is asking a question, Srinivasan. Just a curiosity, can we predict the price of stake market? Yes, we can do that. That is the way how it is going to be done. But it requires a lot of input data, which is not available for us, right? So if you have a real-time data with us, huge data from the years of data it is available, you can also do like we know that not in share market they will predict. So next 1 month, the stock price of a so and so company will increases. Yes, absolutely, we can do that with the help of data science only. They will do that. Okay, fine. Yes, Parveen, it's a Parveen, I think. Yeah. How much I am not aware about advanced Python. It's not required advanced Python. Whatever the Python I teach, that is going to be sufficient. So beyond that, it is not required. Okay. So that is going to be sufficient, guys. No need to have any Python. Whatever it is going to be, whatever that is going to be Python I'm discussing, that is sufficient for us. Right? Fine, guys. So that's it, guys. That's it for the today's class. I think all of you has got your answers. So just for today, I'll stop it here, guys. And please complete off your, if you are really want to take up the course, go ahead, guys. Please complete off your registration so that you will get immediately the access. And once the batch was closed, I also will start regularly. I'll also increase the time duration, all these things. You will get the access to the videos, materials, everything. You can get the access and we can start working with them, guys. Okay.
Sir,
Thanks.
morning, what are the timings, sir?
Morning timings, currently 2 batches are going on. One is 6:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. is going one class, and 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. is currently going on one class. 2 batches are going on, but they are very far ahead. They are starting machine learning tomorrow. One batch already completed machine learning.
Okay. This is evening
It's an
6:30.
evening batch. You have to wait for another 1 month. If you wait, we'll get another batch.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. So thanks all of you guys for attending the session. So we'll meet tomorrow, same time, same link, guys. Thanks all of you guys.